Welcome to UK Theme Parks. Before we start, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified of all the latest videos. Hello, my name is Adam and welcome to UK Theme Parks, and yes, we may not be at a theme park today, but we are somewhere very, very special. We are at the Harry Potter studio tours up in Watford at the big studios, and we can't wait. We haven't been here for a few years now, and the reason why we're coming here and we're vlogging it is obviously last time we come here and we created a video, it's our highest viewed video on YouTube. So, you know, there's obviously a bit of demand for it, and hopefully, fingers crossed, you really enjoy it. If you don't like Harry Potter, please switch off now. If you love Harry Potter, we are going to show you everything that there is at this place to see, and there's lots of new things as well: Forbidden Forest, spiders, and of course platform 9 3/4 and the train to see since we last came. So let's get inside. We won't do a lot of talking in there because there's so much to view, but I really, really hope you enjoy everything on display. If you're a massive fan of Harry Potter, we are going to cover everything.
Yeah, it's not hard, but good effort. What about the shortest? Who lives up the road? For half an hour? 40 minutes? Hour? No one lives any corners of the planet. Watch either side and you won't miss a thing. Enjoy. Any minute now.
I love books, so when I moved back to London in 1996, I placed a real emphasis on finding books that I could turn into films. And every weekend, we would take home things to read, books, scripts, articles.
And one day I read an article in a newspaper about this book called Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
She called the agent and got the book in, and it sat on the bottom shelf, the low priority shelf.
And as the sort of lowest rung of the office, I was, I guess, got given the stuff that nobody else really wanted to read.
And so Nisha took it home. And on Monday morning, we sat in our office. I said, has anybody read anything good?
They came in on the Monday and just said Harry Potter was an absolute page-turner. I was very excited, and I think David had never seen me so excited about anything ever before.
So I took the book home, and I didn't put it down until I finished it at 4:30 in the morning. It was absolutely gripping, and I fell madly, madly in love.
It just was special, and in many ways, I think, unparalleled. And it was reminiscent of classic children's fiction. Initially, it was Our Little Secret, and then it was on the cover of Time magazine. That was really a flashpoint. You knew that it had started to detonate in the culture.
So our mission was to make the very best films of these books that we could. I thought actually that it would be a modestly sized British film. It became obviously much more than that.
These films are much bigger than anything else I've ever experienced, nothing most filmmakers ever experience. Wherever you go to do anything with Harry Potter, people line the streets and cheer.
Truthfully, we had no idea that it would become the phenomenon that it has. Harry Potter was just something that we loved. Fortunately, in the months and years ahead, it seems that the rest of the world fell in love with it too.
It's your birthday. Maybe make your way on down to the front, as I may need you in a second, and I know this is your birthday. Okay guys, this is probably a very, very silly question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Have we got any Harry Potter fans here today? Brilliant, right, you all know where we are. We are in the entrance to the Great Hall, where something very, very special lies behind. Speaking of special, this is where I need my birthday helpers to come and grab a piece of the door to help me open it. Where are they? One's there. Come on, don't be shy. That's it. Grab a piece. Just do it. It's been forced to do it. Okay, I can now greet you with the very first words that. No, don't push. In a second. I can now greet you with the very first words that Harry heard when he arrived at the castle. Welcome to Hogwarts, Harry question. There we go. Round of applause for our helpers. Come on in. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Great Hall, one of the first sets ever constructed for filming, and one of the largest. It stood in a soundstage for more than 10 years until it was brought here to the studios bit by bit. Just like in production, everything here is laid out and ready for filming, so take as many photos as you like. All I ask is that when you reach the goblet, please do not cross the age line, as you will end up like the Weasley twins. As you're coming in, some of you may have noticed that something here is actually missing. And if you look up, it's the ceiling. Obviously in the films, the ceiling was enchanted. It'd be hard to get some stars and some clouds in here, so they're added by the visual effects. Now, although the ceiling is not real, the floor is very much real. It's York flagstone. It's what would normally be used in castles up and down the country. The filmmakers decided that this floor was really going to endure a lot of wear and tear, so stone would be the best way to make it last. If you look around, you can see all 4 Hogwarts houses, but there's one I want to speak about today, and it's Hufflepuff. Here is the uniform that Cedric Diggory wore as he entered the Triwizard Tournament in the Goblet of Fire. You may remember that Cedric Diggory was lucky enough to get his name into the goblet. However, the Weasley twins were not, when they were thrown from the age line, as you can see here. Now, if you'd like to gather around, because I'm going to demonstrate how the Goblet of Fire works today, but please do not cross that age line. So this is the Goblet of Fire. It's the first time it's been brought back into the Great Hall since filming finished almost 15 years ago. It was created by John Richardson and his special effects team. So gather around and come around here, just fill up the space so everyone can see. Oh, sorry, don't cross the age line. As you will end up like these two. Saw it the other day. It happened. Okay, so camera's ready and get ready to catch as well. It starts off blue, deciding who it's going to pick before going red, and then get ready to catch. Shoots one out there. Do you want to get it? Read out the name. Do you want to read out the name? Harry Potter, a round of applause for our lucky visitor. Now I know you all want your own piece of parchment, but don't worry, you can get it just as you leave the Great Hall. So just a couple of things before you get on your way. If you've got the passports, which look like that, you're on the look for the 6 stamping locations and 13 golden stitches. Some are big, some are small. First one's over there, that's what they look like. If you've got our green lanyards, which is our digital guide, your tour starts around the corner. Look for the tour icons. We serve Butterbeer, one of only 4 places in the world, so make sure you get yourself some of that. That's it from me. You're free to go and explore the most magical film series in the world. Just mind, just don't cross that age line. Have a great day. Thank you very much.
So we're in the Great Hall now. This is iconic, absolutely iconic. It's the original set, it's the original everything you see from the movies itself. And we're going to go and have a look at the house that we always get put in, and that's Slytherin. So as you would have heard there, the Triwizard Cup's the first time it's actually been on display here, and we've just seen it in action, and also the floor is kind of as original. And you can feel it, if you haven't been here, underfoot, this feels like a proper floor, not sort of a movie set where you know kind of these things around you are definitely sets and props and things. But if you're a fan of Harry Potter again, you know, stay with us. We're going to have loads and loads of content as we go through. If you're not a fan, I'm really sorry. Wait for the next theme park vlog.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you would mind starting to take your final photos and just step into the archways on the left-hand side, because the next tour will be through very shortly. Please do feel free to re-enter one for our in.
To it, and it paved the way for the other films. There were 3 books at the time that I started making the film, and we saw that the books were getting progressively darker. We start in this very wonderful sort of storybook world. When we get to the second film, things start to get a little more desaturated, a little darker, a little scarier. By the time we get to the third film, a lot of the color's been stripped away, and things are getting...
For me, Azkaban read almost like a small noir, and I like the approach of that, doing this historically explicit research world, but it was at the same time this noir mystery stand. There's a so What's amazing and really heartening is that all of the things that we thought for the film and used in the film are now going into the tour.
Come this way and see for yourself. Just try not to get lost.
Such amazing sets here, just amazing. Honestly, if you love Harry Potter and you haven't been here, you've got to ask yourself why. Now, our favourite set, or my favourite set, is coming up just over here, but we're going to have a walk around here first and have a look at the wands, and obviously the big pendulum at the back. Trying to kind of let you soak in as much as we possibly can without me getting too involved. It's really busy here. This place is always sold out. If you book, you'll need to book sort of 2-3 weeks in advance to actually get the slot you want. It's so busy all the time with tourists, locals, all over the UK, across the world, come here to see, one of the only places you can see some of the original props, and it's just incredible.
Actually, for a young boy, it was truly magical. And now that you're here, walking onto the same sets we've used for all these years, I hope that you too can feel a little bit of that magic. One of the fun things you'll see here today is that many of the interior sets were all built under the same roof. So Dumbledore's office was there, and finding yourself somewhere different. Come this way and see yourself.
The fireplace. Unusual, interesting, and good architectural forms. It's extremely legless and has come from since council houses. Because it gives it richness. Notice
My favourite part of the tour so far in the last couple of times we've been at the Potions Classroom. I love this set. Now we haven't been in the new sets yet, but certainly this set, oh, incredible. Let's have a look at some of the detail in here.
The idea came from the exterior Hogwarts.
guardians of to social places, to the outside world. Instead of just restricted individual quirky, funny ways about them. But I guess the fang dogs are just my love.
I remember working on it in the first film because everyone would say to me, what's Quidditch going to look like? That was
to recreate flying around on brooms and giving grace of something that flies. It came to mind all of a sudden about, why don't we get some fellas in costumes on skydive?
a kid skydiving out of an airplane and following them with the camera had a certain amount of energy. Probably not practical, but just the way he's thinking is exciting.
Half a dozen kids racing through the air on the road. Those sequences are incredibly time-consuming and technical to achieve. So we developed the sequences through a series of animations, crude cartoons, techniques, and weeks to film.
Flying is done by placing a broom on a motion base, which can rotate, can tip forward, can tip back.
We went through every rig known to man, those computerized rigs and hydraulic rigs, rigs that span a broom, rigs that did back with a broom, the head blade and the brush and sweep, which is very good.
It was about making the game experience for the audience, trying to put you there in real life and feel what it's like, how exciting it's been.
Favourite set is probably the atrium from Mystery of Magic. Just chill for the scale. Absolutely is what it's worth. You want it every time, no matter how long you've been there.
To her, the mixture of magical and muggle blood is not an abomination. It's something to be encouraged.
So these doors behind me is where we used to go outside, head out into the courtyard and kind of forget about this bit. This would be kind of our point of no return. That new scene behind us there from the Deathly Hallows is something we haven't seen before. It's definitely a new one here. And of course now we have the Forbidden Forest over the back, which is brand new to us, and we can't wait to get in there. Where you just seen the Tom Riddle gravestone was also outside. Last time we came it actually had damage to it, which might be the reason why they brought it indoors. But of course when we get outside there might be something that's replaced it. So Forbidden Forest next. We've never been in there. We are really excited to get into the Forbidden Forest. I cannot wait to get through those gates up there. Look at it. Absolutely spectacular. You think these, just how these were built, you know, I know they were for movies and things, but you don't get much of a chance to look around movie sets, let alone from one of the biggest, I think actually the biggest franchise film set ever. So head into Forbidden Forest because I can't wait.
Spiders. Okay, spiders in this one. I have no idea.
Another new area for us, open only just recently. Platform 9 3/4 in King's Cross Station. This is the original train. Obviously we're going to go and get a closer look.
Those prints are. Well, we obviously need to mount the train.
Bet it reminds us of going to Orlando. We have our Butterbeer. This is one of 4 places selling it in the world. Well, last time we came, there was only 2 places selling it, which was here in Orlando, but there's obviously Harry Potter World's down 2 other places, so they are also selling it. And it smells a bit like salted caramel. Salted caramel last time we came wasn't really a massive thing, but now it is. And I think this is what this is based on. Butterscotch salted caramel. Loving it.
I never given a backing order.
Yeah, you know your stuff, Claire.
Oh.
Distance 5 meters.
Swimming?
Yeah, I think they were purpose for their efforts. But it also reminds me of the season one. Always eating lunch.
that's the first time since we've been visiting at Privet Drive that's actually been open for you to be able to go in. Now, as you can see, it's just an empty shell. It's not an actual house at all, because it's a film set, and it's still a film set. But yeah, I mean, the living room's been made out, the letters and everything. It just looks absolutely spectacular. And also, for the first time, we'll be able to walk across the famous bridge. Can't wait. So many people here. I'm trying to keep it quiet, but genuinely cannot wait. Gonna go and get ourselves on the bridge now. Ooh.
Oh, hoor je die kraak?
Thank you.
Hello, I'm the creature effects designer for all of the Harry Potter films, and all of the creatures you see here are the actual ones created for the Harry Potter series.
Yes, they're all authentic, and they're all real, so if you see anything move...
Yes, they're real, but they're not living. You see, I was responsible for sculptors and engineers who all worked together to create everything that you can see in this room.
And me? I spent 5 hours a day setting up a makeup chair. It's all complaining.
I was doing work.
Yeah, I had to look at you.
But before we got we had to first figure out 100 individual golden rings that had to be sculpted and molded into countless prosthetic parts, which were then applied to each of several dozen live performers.
It was a bit like a military campaign. We had our makeup right in one place. And then finally,
and at the end of the day, we did the entire thing again, but in reverse. Now, the goblins are experiencing because there is a live actor beneath the makeup, sometimes a good one.
Wait, he's Dabby, not Dobby. Do it right. No, touch Steve.
many, including us, have walked down this at Universal Studios in Florida. This is the original Diagon Alley.
But as I say, initially it's more abstract for me, and I look to make a good piece of sculpture.
Oh, it's lovely to all together.
And here is the castle itself. This is the final massive room of the tour, at least that we're aware of. We've got the one room next. But here is the actual castle that is used in every single film, every pan shot, every single thing you think of. This one here. We've seen it in the snow, we've seen it in the summer, and we've seen it normally. Truly a spectacular sight. If you haven't been down here, you need to get yourself down here.
And I will show you a little example, and you will tell me who is she, Emma Watson? Yeah, very good. Yeah, J.K. Rowling. We have got here Daniel Radcliffe. But can be an actor, can be a producer, can be a musician, can be anybody who was involved in the movie. So if you have got any friend that he was involved, I can try to find him in these 4,219 boxes.
Kind of given, providing that she had a role in the future, which she ended up being
So that's the end of the studio tour. That was the Warner Brothers studio tour, the making of Harry Potter. Yes, it's not our normal theme park vlog, and I do apologise for that, but Harry Potter is massive. It's been massive on our channel. It's been massive for me growing up. I really enjoyed that. So I'm hoping you guys did. You know, we've stayed quiet for it. You've been able to see all the detail, absolutely everything that tour has to offer. You know, if you haven't been yet, it gives you a taster of kind of what's to come. Now, I appreciate that we've shown you everything. I really hope you liked it. You know, if you are planning on coming, don't let the video, you know, put you off coming because you've seen it, because seeing these things in real life is just spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. Can't emphasize enough. If you love Harry Potter, get yourself down to the studio tour. It is worth every single penny. My name's Adam. This has been UK Theme Parks. Believe it or not, that's the studio tour, and we'll see you on our next vlog.